What's up, everybody? This your boy Pete and your girl Leash. It's another nighttime tea with Pete and Leash. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. Well, y'all see the backdrop and you see the title of this video, so you already know what we're about to talk about. So let's get right into it. We might be late, a little late on the topic, but it's better late than never, right? Right. I
Okay.
don't know if y'all have seen the Wendy Williams movie, honey, the How You Doing movie.
Okay. And so
How
did
you doing?
I.
How you doing? I definitely saw it. Liz definitely saw it, and it was a very good movie.
Okay.
It was
How you?
entertaining. It was educational. Like it taught me some shit. And as a Wendy Williams fan, it made me learn a lot more about her. I mean, I'm not
Right.
gonna try to spoil it for everybody, but I'm gonna give you a little bit, of reviews. I think the only thing criticism I do have to say to whoever put the movie together, I felt like she did after they showed her as a little girl, then she was grown, and she kind of stayed this like visually the same. And for it, the fact that it was implying that she was bigger, and then got work done, they should have had that. You know what I mean? Because the only thing that changed, they made the actress wear a really big bra to make her look her titties bigger after she got the surgery, but she was small the whole time. So it was like, not saying that
Right.
Wendy Williams was super fat or anything, but she was bigger at one point and then,
Right.
she got smaller due to drug usage, and then she got her tummy tuck and stuff like that. That's the only thing that I could say about.
Right.
I wish they would have made her look a little bit bigger, and then to the size that she actually is. But the actress really did a good job emulating Wendy. I'm not gonna lie.
As she
Um,
did.
and the fact, and I will say, I mean, she's always been vocal about her drug abuse and drug usage and stuff, but I'm like, commend her for, letting her know how severe it was, how, every day it was, how,
Right.
that was pretty much what sustained her and was able to, you know, do what she needed to do because at some point she worked at she worked 7 days a week because she worked at two radio stations, one on the weekend and one
Right.
during the week. From DC, one in DC and one in New York. The girl was working back and forth trying to, do her thing, and
First.
shit, she had to be taking something. She needed that bump to keep her, awake and stuff.
Okay.
Um, but it was very telling about how her husband really was controlling her ex-husband, should I say, was
Oh,
very
that's
manipulative, controlling, and I mean, she already, to me, in my opinion, had low self-esteem, and he preyed on that. He knew that she was up on the rise. He definitely was her biggest fan. I could tell for if any of that of the movie is true, because the movie is from her perception, so it's her life. Um, he was her biggest cheerleader, and he then became her manager. And I feel like that's where she went wrong, because baby, these celebrities love to make them husbands, they
don't
managers,
get
drivers,
like,
you know, agents, and all this, and then they making a percentage out of your money. And it's not wrong with putting people in your family to do these positions, because then we're all getting a piece of the pie, right? But when they're doing things that's in their best interest is not you and not yours, no, it was a good thing. I mean, she has definitely came out and said that
right.
the fact that he's been her manager, he's blocked her from a lot of other opportunities, because he'll go in there and say no to things and just be hostile
Right.
or whatever at the workplace. And it's unfortunate because he was executive producer of the Wendy Williams show, was she allowed him to be in all these things. That's
Have
why he
him
had
created.
that is why he had the power to stop her and control her in a lot of ways, because he was controlling shit, and the fact that he was a street nigga, so he had this swag and pizzazz about him that she's not from really the street, so he was playing games. And that's why he was able to be bold enough to have his side chick live in pretty much in the same areas as they lived. And, no one really said anything. I mean, until his friends eventually told it or whatever. But it's funny because the friends that told on him never, she never told him who they were, which is, a real bitch. I live
Right.
for that
Oh,
part.
yes. Right.
Um, so I mean, she definitely deserved to know, because that was fucked up. Like she'd had four miscarriages. No, or was
Yeah.
it three? She had an abortion, three miscarriages. Well, two miscarriages. One was a stillborn, which is still a miscarriage, but she had to give birth to a stillborn baby after 2 miscarriages. And by the time she did got pregnant for the fourth time, I mean, because each time she, was learning that something was going on, that she couldn't carry a baby long enough, because it was like about 5 months or whatever. That's pretty much the baby is there.
Right.
And she found out that she had a weak cervix. So when her last pregnancy, which is the only baby that actually survived, which is her son Kevin, she had to, be in bed rest the whole 9 months. And she was, a trooper, because she still did the radio show relentlessly every day from
Right.
bed.
Her baby.
And, it's like she wanted to be a mom and wanted to this time for it to make it. So she was dealing with that, but still, wanted her dreams to continue going and didn't want to screw her opportunities with work. Because she was on the radio. And to me, that's like very, very commendable. Like, I have to, bow down to that, because I don't think I could have been able to do that. And I feel like that, he excuses it and uses that as an excuse for why he continued cheating and went, was with this side bitch and stuff like that, because they hadn't done anything for a year, whatever. But she was
Boy, man, tell you, honey.
she was in bed rest for so long, trying to, make you a
Honey,
father.
that as an excuse
And
to
you gonna
cheat.
cheat on her? And she, provided you this lavish lifestyle that you're accustomed to having. I mean, and you're still being able to keep it because of her alimony payments. Catch.
Hmm.
That's
That
why I
is
will say she didn't. She, in the movie they don't use everybody's real names and stuff other than Wendy Williams and stuff like that. And they call him Kevin in the movie, but his real name is Calvin. But he goes by Kevin because he doesn't like his real name Calvin. But that's his name. Calvin Hunter is his real name. Their son is actually Kevin Hunter. That's what they
mm-hmm.
named him. But I just think it's crazy. Well, and a lot of people want to dog her out for not knowing. But in a sense, if you're busy and your man is your manager and managing you and controlling you, think about it. If they set you up to go do things over here while you go do over there, they know what you're doing, because they're the ones managing and controlling you. You know what I mean? They're controlling everything, and you're busy. Doing that to stay continued and stuff, and you're spacey probably, and out doing things trying to make sure to keep the scoop up, whatever. You're not worried about the person that you feel you be able to trust. And
Right.
then he was also her protector, because let's not be clear, she's in the limelight for spilling the tea on celebrities. These celebrities and
Right.
networks and places don't be liking that area, because they came to her radio station and try to fight her before, artists and stuff
Yeah.
like that in the
Yeah.
past. So
Protected.
it's very it was very useful and necessary for her to have someone to protect her. So I think him knowing that he was able to protect her and provided that protection to her, he used that to his advantage to keep, playing her and like, I protect you, I do this and this for you, like,
Right.
and then making her feel like without me you wouldn't have this and blah blah. But she is the
Whole
talent. She's
time.
always
Look,
been the
he
one.
is talent.
But you know how men can make you feel like you're less than and whatever when you care about them. They'll hit you below the belt. He called her. It was like, you're a drug user, you're a cokehead, blah blah blah, and make her feel worse at her
And
lowest points and stuff.
everybody, because somebody like me, if you say something that hurts my feelings, I feel like it's now my job to hurt yours. I'm sorry. Everybody different. You feel me? It me, that's just me. I won't even let you know. Like some people, I've been trying to work on it because some people have told me, like, Leash, why you just can't say, hey, you hurt my feelings with that comment or whatever. Like, I just can't pucker my lips to say that you hurt my feelings. You feel me? Like,
I might say it after I've done something back to you, and then you're like, well,
right.
why? I'm like, because you hurt my feelings, shit. I'm gonna do something to you.
Oh, what you thought? You feel me? But I mean, some people are not like that. They are really nice people. So you say something or do something or whatever, like instead of retaliating or saying something back, they just be hurt. You feel what I'm saying? Like nobody want to be hurt. That shit don't tickle. Period. You know what I'm saying? And grown people know what they do when they do something that's going to hurt you, or they see that it's hurt, but has hurt you. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. And it's just unfortunate that he took advantage of her for so long and then
Right.
gonna do her like that, such at the end, and then do it such in publicly, knowing what she does for a living, that you were trying to, in a sense, destroy her finance, in her career, her self-esteem, her mind, her heart. You literally had no care. Like, I felt like, if anything, you could have just been told her, okay, I don't want to be with you no more, but I'll still work with you, like, as your manager, blah blah blah,
Right.
or
Right.
or in another capacity or whatever. No, you wanted to have your cake and eat it too,
Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Pretty
because
much.
he felt like he could. You know what I'm saying? But it's. I'm glad that she was able to get up under him, and do her thing. Like in the movie, man, she shares with us that the time that she got entered in a rehab center, like what, in 2018, I believe, or was it 2016, something like that. It was the most recent time that she went. He forced that upon her. It was like, make her, you need to go to this rehab so we can,
Hmm.
so people in
And he was
the
her damn
show.
like guardian or whatever. Like he was the one who was in control. You
Right,
feel
power
me?
of attorney, having all the
Yeah.
control over her money and stuff like that, and that's how he was keeping her trapped at that damn rehab center, saying she wasn't fit to, control shit. When it wasn't even like that, he was just trying to control her, and then he would have two bodyguards escort her from the rehab place to the show, back to the place, and she didn't have no phone, she had no access to nothing, but she was able to finagle something and was outsmarting him and was able to meet up with her peoples and get her
Yeah.
shit started so she can get the fuck
She
away
had
from him.
that
But
car
it's
and ran
just like,
her ass
damn.
all the way up the road, honey. Ran all the way to the building. It looked like, honey, when the movie played it out. But either way it goes, it was a good movie. Definitely check it out. And it give you a little bit more insight into
A
Wendy.
lot more insight on, what made Wendy Williams. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people that shitted on her in the past, or previous bosses who shitted her and didn't give her worth. I know they feel stupid as fuck to know that, she's a nationally syndicated star, been on the show for about 13 years, a trailblazer on what she does. She is the one and only Wendy Williams.
Right, pretty much.
The one
Hmm.
and only, the Wendy Williams.
Okay, Wendy Williams, how
The
you doing?
Wendy. I mean, think about it. There's other people. She is the queen of daytime talk show, like by herself. There's no other show that I know of other than Oprah. But Oprah never really, doesn't do the same thing Wendy does. You know what I mean? Or
Right.
didn't do the same thing Wendy
I
does.
mean, but Oprah is another lady who was as a, you know what I'm saying? She not more of a gossip queen talking about everybody business. You feel me? She don't go try to find all the dirt. She be having a little different types of things going on. She more the older Golden Girls crowd. Wendy
Right.
is mixed, the messy, juicy. We want to hear about it scene.
No, and that's really how. What's crazy is that one of the biggest, like, setbacks when she got the show is what made her one of the top, because when her soon as she got her show, it was kind of going to be like similar to what she did in the radio, interview people, blah blah blah. But after being on the radio for so long, especially being in Philly, New York, and DC and stuff, doing what she does, a lot of the celebrities didn't want to deal with her or mess with her because they felt like, oh wow, she might, call me out on some shit and blah blah, because that's what she's known for, the controversy that she's known for and loved for. A lot of people were afraid to, be put on the hot seat. So they didn't want to do appearances and stuff. And she was afraid that, she couldn't really have a segment. But then it dawned on her, bitch, I am the gossip. I am the story. I am the
Oh,
show. Fuck that. I'm gonna go ahead and have my segment of hot topics. And it started, a shorter segment, and then it became pretty much the whole show. People are tuned in for the hot
yeah,
topics of Wendy Williams. So
right,
we don't give a damn about who she brings on the show, really.
right. We just
You know what
want
I
to
mean?
hear.
Saying, so it's like the premise of what it was supposed to be, and not being able to be that was what they were afraid that, was not going to let them succeed, and was actually the trailblazer, what makes her more special.
Right. See, got to stick with it. You know, when you know, you know. And that's it. Gotta stick with it.
It's a definitely good movie. So y'all definitely have to check out the Wendy Williams biopic. How you doing? Is the actress was good. The whole movie was good. It didn't last too long. It definitely, sped through her life kind of fast. She gave you the most important highlights of her life and her career. And you will definitely learn a lot about her. Like, I mean, I definitely can say that I learned a lot by this movie.
I learned a lot about her or whatever.
I definitely did too. And I was very sad to know that she lost so many miscarriages and kids, knowing she wanted to be a mom so bad. How she definitely fought for her spot and definitely fought for where she's at. So hey, I can't do nothing but admire her road and her struggle and her, you know, her hustle really,
Right.
because that's what made her where she is today. And she definitely wants to eventually teach communications after she's done with the live television. So I think she'll be a great person to teach. How she's done radio, she's done TV, she's done so much in communications and talk show stuff and gossiping and
News
all
and
of that. Yep.
but you know what I noticed when she was starting out with her tea and gossip and stuff, she was getting information just like we do.
Well, also she got a lot of stuff because she was partying in the scenes a lot too. Because you remember she was
Yeah,
in.
I'm saying, yeah, she was
She,
getting that information too. But when she went to that interview, honey, she popped one of them good old magazines right on open and got the scoop to talk about. That's what I noticed. I was like, wow, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's when she broke in the game. Like they gave her the little segment because remember the girl wasn't there that day. You feel me?
and yeah, and she took the opportunity. She was like, boom. I mean, she was there every day for what 2 weeks,
Every
trying to make sure she
day,
got
yeah,
and got a spot.
in
They gave
there
her a chance. She
just
she
to
she hit
talk
it
to
out of the
somebody.
park. They gave her a spot. They gave her a little segment, and she did her damn thing. You know what I mean? And rest
Mm-hmm.
is history. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
like.
with a little bit of magazine. Okay, a little bit of tea from a magazine. That ain't what we do exactly, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah, shit. I
Yeah.
aspire to
Really
have.
not so it's more so about her because she's entertained and how she serves the tea. You feel what I'm saying?
I would love to
So
be on some type of radio or nationally
to get
syndicated
my
show.
yes, let's talk about me. Honey, want to talk about me? Let's talk about me. Okay. Cause I know I want to put together a little movie or something like she did one of these days. Okay. Listen. My life was interesting.
I've gone through a lot, baby.
Okay, listen. I can listen. Becoming Lady Leash. Okay, I can see it now. I-
Yes. Welcome to the Pete and Lee Show.
okay, that's definitely part of my life too. We gotta focus on that. Feel it, feel it, feel it.
Mm-mm. Funny. Yeah.
How you know?
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Wendy though to go.
I'm telling you, we need to have our own things. But I think it's something like boom, 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 boom. That night, time tea. That night, time tea.
Out there.
Ours gonna be more, with a beat, with a boom, 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 boom. Ours ain't gonna be so light. It's gonna thump. When we hit that stage, everybody gonna be.
Y'all better know who in that
We in there.
okay, don't even worry about it.
And then some people, y'all just can't get in. Y'all just can't get in.
It's a private party. Y'all
Y'all
cannot get
can't get in.
in.
Y'all cannot get in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That'll be real lovely. We speaking that into existence. So anybody out there in the universe that, want to help us out with that, hit us up,
Hit us up a little sprinkle.
a little sprinkle of magic, help a
Word.
brother and a sister out. But y'all, this is all we
Okay.
got. We ain't got no more. Go out and check out the Wendy Williams movie and definitely like, share, and subscribe to our Nighttime Tea with Pete and Leash. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. Until next time.